Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm just having small internet trouble, so I have to keep my video off for now. But can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. How's it going, Yulia?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
It's good to
How
see
are
you
you?
again. I'm
Oh,
doing well.
good.
And Mauricio? Mauricio?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And where are you calling from? I think this is our first class together, correct?
Yes, it's our first class together, and I'm from Argentina.
Argentina, very nice. Is this your first class on Verbling?
And now I've been in Berlin for about 1 month and a half.
Wonderful. And Dom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How are you? How's it going?
Not bad.
Not
Fine.
bad, okay. This is our first class together as well, I believe, correct?
Yes, this is my first class in, in there.
First
there.
time on Verbling, though, or?
No, in Berlin not. I've been in Berlin for 2 months.
Okay.
This is the first class here.
Very nice. Well, welcome everyone to class. Today's class is basically an, I guess, formal conversation might be, but I want to help you guys answer some questions that you might find on a normal job interview. So there are different ways to answer questions strategically so that you make sure you communicate your ideas well and you talk about yourself. So before we start, can anyone tell me about just a job that they would like to have or a job that they've done in the past? I'm curious about your history and what you guys are looking to do in the future. I want to hear from everyone here. So whoever is ready to speak can speak.
I was being an intern for a year, and also I was an account assistant for a half a year. But
Okay.
actually, I'm a student. Now I'm getting my master's degree, and my dream job is risk manager, I think.
You said risk manager, yes?
Risk manager, yeah, it's my major, risk management and actuarial methods.
Interesting. So accounting, correct? Is that
Not
or
exactly.
finance?
It's more about mathematics and economics.
Okay. And where would your dream job be? So risk management, would that be, what kind of company would you be working for?
Uh, Maybe bank, maybe at bank.
Okay, very cool. Let's see. Maurizio, and I think we have one new person join us. Nesreen, can you hear me? All right, I think they might be connecting. So Maurizio or Dom, why don't you tell us about your past and future with jobs?
And I'm currently a student at the university. I study computer science. In the future, I would like to do a PhD in computer science also. And I think that's my future.
Okay, and what do you want to do with your PhD in computer science?
And I want to do research, maybe in logic, and maybe teaching too.
Interesting. And Dom, what about you?
Okay. Okay. I'm graduated in architecture. I'm an architect, and I worked in like a public officer, and I've been working different field about my degree. I worked with a company for 2 years, and I worked in public officer for building heritage. I don't know if it's correct or environment, and for other 2 years. And so I'm planning to go abroad. And my dream is to take a job, with the company in a foreign country about my degree.
But still, your primary work would be as an architect, correct?
Yes, I'm an architect. Yes.
Okay. And let's see, Nesreen. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly. Nesreen, can you hear me?
Yes, it's right. My name is Nesreen. Yes, I can.
Nesreen,
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so this is your first time with me, I believe, correct? In
Yes,
Verbling?
it
And
is.
have you
Yes,
used
it is.
Verbling before?
Yes, I did. Yes,
All right,
many
wonderful.
times.
Okay, so
Mhm.
I think as you heard, everyone's talking about their past and future with jobs. Can you tell us a little about yourself, what you've studied, what you've done, what you would like to do in the future?
I've been studying English for almost 2 years and a half, and my goal is to be a professional teacher. Currently, I just tutor English to kids, but my goal is to teach students who are in the advanced levels.
Mhm.
So soon I will have an interview in some schools in order to be a teacher only for kids. That's it.
Interesting.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so of course. And where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. Okay, very cool. And do you want to teach in Egypt? I'm assuming. Yes.
Yes, it is in my country. Yeah, I have a passion for English, and that's why I want to be a teacher.
Okay, I can understand that passion.
Yes, it's common between us. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to ask each of you different questions about. It'll be, I think, the same question, and I want to hear how you were able to respond to it. So if I say, I guess we'll do the situation is each of us will pretend we're looking for our different dream job. So, Julia, you are interviewing for a position at, let's say, Citibank or Accenture for risk management. Mauricio, I don't know any. I think you would be either interviewing as a professor or a research position at a university. My guess is. Dom, I don't know any big architecture firms, but I'm assuming you know some of them are. And Nesreen, also a school. So the number one question, or one of the more difficult questions that you're always here first, is right here. Tell me about yourself. So when you hear this question, what are you thinking as the person sitting across from the interviewer? Before we answer in terms of specifics, tell me the general strategy that we want to take when answering this question. Does anyone have an idea?
Maybe
Yeah.
activity.
Can you repeat that?
Maybe age, activity like student or worker, or I don't know, someone else, and what your previous jobs were, and what maybe your hobbies are, something like that. No?
Okay, good ideas. Nesreen, you were saying something as well?
Yes, maybe qualifications, experience, address, social status, something like that.
Yeah, so these are all good ideas. You basically want to give a short history that connects the things that are important for you to what the job or what the company or university or whoever is looking for. So the idea is to have sort of like your CV or resume in mind and be able to say, I'm from here, these are my experiences, and be able to do that in about 1 to 2 minutes. So, for example, if someone asks me, Will, tell me about yourself, and I'm interviewing for a teacher position, I say, I'm from the United States, I came over to Europe because I loved studying languages, I taught at schools in America, I've had experience teaching kids, blah, 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 and I would continue that and then I would say, and the reason I love Verbling is because it allows me to connect with people from all over, if I'm interviewing with Verbling, for example. And let's see, we just have one more person join us. Attilio, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Wonderful. So right now we're just talking about how to answer the difficult question of tell me about yourself in a job interview. So I think what we can do is I just gave a sample and we'll have everyone in class go around and then you can answer last, seeing how we did this. So Nasreen, I'm glad to have you here. As you know, we have positions open as our company. We're looking for English teachers. Tell me about yourself.
So
Okay, well.
Oh, sorry, Attilio. Sorry, Attilio. This question is for Nasreen, and we'll have you introduce yourself after hearing everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right,
get
Nasreen.
it? Could you please repeat? Mm-hmm.
Yes. So now I am interviewing you. So hi, welcome. We have openings for English teachers. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, my name is Nasreen. I am from Egypt. I'm 31 years old. I'm married. I have 2 kids. I have studied English in so many academic centers in order to be a professional teacher. I tutor English. I tutor kids in English for almost 1 year, so I have experience in this field. And I'd like to join your school because that will allow me to interact and interface with children, which is something I love to do. That's it. Thank you.
And I think we have. I'm hearing some background noise from. I think Attilio. Would you mind muting your mic potentially? Okay, I think a little better. All right. So very good. You hear she started with a little bit of personal information about herself, but very small. We know her age. We know she has kids. And she highlighted the important experiences and then provided the motive, the reason for why she's joining the company. And all of that took place within, 30 seconds, 1 minute. And that is pretty much what you're looking to do. So very good, Nasreen. Maurizio, thank you for coming into our university. As you know, I am the professor of logic here, and we are looking for potential research candidates and professors. So tell me about yourself.
Okay, I'm Mauricio, I'm from Argentina, and I'm 27 years old, and I've been giving classes as teaching assistants in my university, and I really enjoy logic and computer science, and I'm a very motivated person, and I would like to join your university to do some research and to give classes to students. And I think that's it. Thank you very much.
All right, cool. And this is a little unnatural when we go through it person by person because normally we ask more questions, but I want to see everyone's answers. So for the sake of this class, we're going to do it like that. And that was very good. I think it's a similar model of what happened. And for everyone else, while the other people are speaking, listen to what they're saying. And you also want to make sure you're thinking about experiences directly related and that you can connect. So if I'm looking to be a teacher, but I've only done volunteer work in the past, or if I've been a captain of a sports team, for example, I can connect that in different ways. Let's see, Julia. So thank you for coming to, Deutsche Bank. We have an opening for risk management. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Julia. I'm 22. I have a bachelor degree in risk management and insurance. At the moment, I'm getting a master's in the same field. Unfortunately, I don't have appropriate experience in this area, just some internship. But I'm really committed to my major, and I'm a quick learner. I think that's all. No?
And one thing I want to point out for just job interviews in general is you want to do your best to never apologize for things. So if you say, unfortunately, I don't have experience in this specific area, I would look to find ways to anything you've done in the past that would connect to the similar skills of risk management. So, do you have what are the good qualities of a risk manager, for example?
Okay.
No, this is a general question. I'm asking you. What are the qualities of a risk manager? I don't know.
Oh, I think he should be very, how to say it, accurate, intelligent enough, very good at math, and maybe, how to say it, pay a lot of attention to details.
Ah, okay. Attention to detail. Very good. And have you had experience in the past where you had to use your mathematical skills or pay attention to detail?
Yes, I had 2 internships. One at Ford, the American company that produce vehicles, and one in Rusnana. It's a Russian company that's in investment banking. And there I had to do something with figures and pay attention to details.
And you see, everyone, just with that little conversation, I was able to learn more about, or we were able to more about Yulia, and you can see how you can connect other experiences to answer the question in a positive way. So if you want to answer that question, you can then talk about, I worked at Ford and I worked at this other bank, and when I was there I really enjoyed working with numbers, and I noticed they were very detail oriented, and that's why I think I would, and that's why I'm really interested in the risk manager position. And that's information I didn't know before that conversation. So that was good to find those experiences. And let's see, Dom, thank you for coming in today.
Okay.
As you know, we're looking for an architect here. Tell me about yourself.
Okay. I have a bachelor degree in architecture, and I'm 39 years old. I've been working for different field. I worked with study design study, and for the company, and for 2 years, and for building construction society for 1 year, and in the field of on safety. And I'm also I also worked for the public as a public officer in the building heritage for 2 years, and I have also a PhD in yacht design for boats. In and I'm more qualified to work in a group and to skills different, and so that's it. I don't know about what other.
Okay. No, that's all right. I think you have it all. I think in your case, you almost have too many experience, or you have a lot of experience, and that's difficult to take years of your life and say it in 5 to 10 sentences. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, I think a way that you can do that is take the experiences and just place them in sequence with each other. So, give me, for example, tell me the 3 most important qualifications or previous job experiences in order. Like, if you let me say, first I did this, then I did this, after I did that. So,
yes. Okay. First time I worked for a company for project design and in the building or real estate, and And secondly, I worked for building construction for a company in building construction for 1 year, and to take responsibility about safety and heights surveillance. I don't know what is right, but that is correct. And third, I get my PhD in yacht design, and I had experience with for three. I had a stage with boatyard, and in the last, I worked for a public public bureau or public office, like as a public officer for building building a heritage and real estate, and not building heritage and environment safe in Italy. So.
Okay.
So that's it. Yes.
Yeah. No. And even just having that sequence of time, the whole idea is that you want to tell a story. So when I hear that, that helps the thoughts be a little more organized for me.
Okay.
And let's see, Attilio. So before I ask you this question, I need to know like what is your history? And let's see, Abu Ahmed, can you hear me? I'm not sure about that, but Attilio, what is your? Oh, perfect. So Attilio and Abu Ahmed, just before we start with the role play, the practice question, can you each tell me what your what job you are looking for right now, or what? So what is your future, your dream job, or practically what you're trying to do?
I'm looking for a job when I can't work with product development to the furniture industry. Will.
Okay. Product development, furniture industry. Very cool. And Abu Ahmed?
I actually work in the university.
Okay. And what is like the future, like what are you looking for in the future with your career?
Yeah, I'm working in IT career, and I specialize in IT, so I want to continue my studying in IT.
Okay. And what interview could you potentially see in your future, I guess? Like what position might you be interviewing for? Would that be a professor? Would that be someone with the IT department, a computer programmer?
Yeah, professor in the university.
Professor, okay, university professor. Cool. So, Attilio, thank you for coming to, I actually don't know any freshman companies, but tell me about yourself.
I'm married. I have a 7-year daughter. I graduated in chemical engineering and postgraduated in administration. Last year, during 16 weeks, I concluded advanced English course in Irvine, USA, to improve my English. I'm a professional with solid background in wood panel production process to the furniture industry. I have experience in positions like a product coordinator and trade marketing manager, and I have strong skills in customer service, project management, and analysis of new business and suppliers, with excellent profitability achieved through process improvement and product development. That's it.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I think you list a lot of good qualities and characteristics about yourself. I think the one thing that would help me understand more is if I knew where you did those things. So on your CV or your resume, for example, what are like 3 previous experiences that you have, or if you've been working for the same company as well, where did you do all of these things? For what organizations, or was it just for yourself?
Right. My experience happened in the same company during 13 years.
Okay.
I started with production supervisor in industrial field, and I changed it to marketing field after 6 years working with product development.
And that right there, having that extra information is extremely helpful for everyone, because now we know, okay, I know what he did and I know what his position title was. So I have a story in my mind because I can hear he did this as this position for the one company. So, good. And Abu Ahmed, welcome to our university. Thank you for coming in. And we're looking for professors. So tell me about yourself.
I actually married, and I have no children yet. And I actually married for 1 year now, and I am looking to improve my English because my career.
Okay, so what are you? Where are you interviewing, for example? Are you looking to teach in a university in America or somewhere else?
I'm from Saudi Arabia, and actually I work in the university in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have to complete my study in IT, so to get PhD in IT.
Okay, and after you have the PhD, then you will teach, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so when you answer that question, could you give us examples of experience when you taught about, if it's an IT position, about when you taught IT previously, or tell us about your studies or anything? Like, do you have experience working with IT also?
Yeah, I teach language programming like Java, Visual Basic, and also I have to conduct sometimes the exams for the students.
Okay, so we have the one you teach now. That's good. And is there other information about? You said you have you're studying for your IT degree right now as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're interviewing for an IT position, do you think you want to tell them about, like you said, you want to improve your English? Do you think that helps, or if you're interviewing someone and they say that, what do you think?
Maybe I tell them I'm practice my English and I want to improve my English, and
Okay.
I'm reach a good level to communicate in business.
Okay.
I think that.
Yeah, the one recommendation I think I would make is that if there's something that if that's not relevant for the position, like if they want people that are learning English, then you could say, and I am improving my English. But if it's not relevant and you say, I want to improve my English, I think that's something that it's not it doesn't show as a strength. Like, I hear that and I'm not thinking this is an advantage. I might think that's a weakness. So that's the only thing I might consider changing. But other than that, I think that was good talking about your experience. So let's see. Well, let's go through a somewhat, I guess, another easy-ish question. how would you guys? What are you thinking? Strategy for this question. What are your strengths? How do you want to answer this question? This is for everyone in class now. This is not individual.
Well, should I start?
Before we answer for ourselves, just in general, when I ask what are your strengths, what starts happening in your mind? What are you thinking? This is what I want to say. Is this something that we want to tell them, you know, we're like really popular and we are like the best worker ever, and
I think you should try to say what you are good at.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's also, I think, do we want to be very, when you're being confident with it, there's a big difference between being confident and I think being like too confident. So you want to talk about strengths while still being humble about it. So
without being conceited, you mean without being conceited?
Without being conceited, exactly. So if someone says, tell me your strengths, and I'm like, I am the best professor ever. You have never had a Verbling teacher like Will Stamatis, let me tell you. How does that make you feel? It might be true, but you get a certain image of that person. But if I say, I really enjoy talking with students, and I bring a lot of energy to the classroom, and I'm very sociable, that's something that's very different than me saying every single thing and saying it to the extreme. So, yeah, Nasreen, let's start with you again. What are your strengths? Can everyone hear me? Sorry, I just had a very quick problem. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, I had a very small problem. So Nasreen, tell us, what are your strengths?
Well, I am extrovert, I'm sociable. I love to be with people, deal with people. I am patient, good listener, industrious, I work hardworking. That's enough.
Very cool. Fair enough. Yeah, I like that answer. It's a good answer. Mauricio, what are your strengths?
And my strength, and maybe I'm a very motivated and enthusiastic person, and I'm good talking with people and socializing with people, and I like to discover new things, which is important for research, and I like to teach to other students, and I don't know.
No, this is good. I want to hear what everyone has to say. I think it's good answers. Yeah. What about you?
Hi. My turn here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a quick learner, and I think what most important, I really like learning, and I'm committed. I'm really committed to my major, and also I'm accustomed to work independently, so I won't need to have a superior with me all the time. I can solve some problems without asking for help.
Very nice. Dom, what about you?
Okay. I think I'm a good listener and hard worker, extrovert too, and I'd like to confront with new things on new field for improve my experience, and so that's it. I don't know.
Sure, no, sure, that's good. Attilio. Attilio, what are your strengths?
I believe that my strengths support to the client, listening and identifying their needs, my capacity to planning, prioritizing and preparing my activities, emotional intelligence, demonstrating self-control to communicate myself with workers from different levels, and be responsible for my results and my decisions. That's it.
Very nice. Very nice. Abu Ahmed. Am I saying that correctly? Is it Abu Ahmed, Abu Ahmed? How do you say your name?
Yes, it's correctly Abu Ahmed.
Abu Ahmed. Okay.
Yeah. About me,
what are
I
your
think.
strengths, Abu Ahmed?
Yeah. About me, maybe I can say I like to work in a group, and maybe I have some skills in leading a group, and I can maybe if it is in marketing products or something like this, maybe I could have ideas on something like this to promote
Sure. Okay. That was the easy question. Now here's the hard question for everyone. What is your biggest weakness? How do we answer this question? Does anyone have any ideas?
I've been reading
Yes,
that. Oh,
okay.
sorry.
No, it's okay. You made okay. It's okay.
I've been reading that we should answer this question in a way that our biggest weakness is actually our strength. So we shouldn't say our actual weaknesses like I'm lazy or something like that.
I smell really bad. That's my biggest weakness. No. Anything else, Yulia? Yeah, so Yulia says it's a weakness. Nasreen, did you have anything to add?
Yeah. Yeah, we should not say the weakness that will harm our look the way they gonna look at us in the interview. For example, if the work requires patience, I should have said I shouldn't say that I am not patient or I am impatient. This is wrong. So this is my opinion. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah. No, I think. Does anyone have anything to add to what Yulia and Nasreen said? So yeah, these are very good points. I think when Nasreen said, "Oh, sorry, Attilio?"
You are disposed to improve, to strain yourself, to decrease this weakness.
Yes, yes. These are all very good ideas. So I think that Nasreen said a big point is that you don't want to say something that harms your that goes against what the job is looking for. So if I need to teach kids, I'm not going to say, well, my weakness is that I hate kids. If I need to deal with people, I'm going to say, I hate dealing with people. You want to make sure that it's something, I would say, tangential or something that's not completely related to the things they're asking for. And I don't know that you necessarily want to say that your weakness is a strength? Like if you say, for example, if I say that I am a perfectionist, do you think that is a good answer? Is that a bad answer? Does everyone know what a perfectionist is?
Yeah.
Is a perfectionist someone that cares a lot
Yes,
about
yeah.
their work? What do you think of that answer? If I say I'm a perfectionist, that's my biggest weakness.
Um, uh, it describes both ways, like it could be a strength point and it could be a weakness point. Am I right? Because maybe in your social life you may torture the people around you, but in the work field, I think this is an advantage.
Okay. So the one thing I would say about this answer, for example, is it comes as insincere or not genuine. It feels like you're not being. If you say something that is too much of a strength, then when I ask you what your biggest weakness is, I'm testing your self-awareness. I want to see, can this person give me an honest answer? So I think the biggest thing is how you can turn a weakness into something that you're working on or something that you already have worked on. So if I say, for example, my biggest weakness is that I'm an introvert and I need a lot of energy to interact with people. And to help that, I'm working on, I'm very good at finding space and time for myself and being honest about when I can communicate with people so that I can deal with people having the most energy at the right times. Just one example. Again, this is all subjective, but generally speaking, you do want there to be some honesty there. So Nasreen, let's try with some examples. What is your biggest weakness?
Okay, I'm a bit emotional person, and when I feel stressed or upset, it's easily you can read me. It shows in my face immediately. So, but I'm working on that by reading about this psychological problem, and also I'm trying to enhance my self-controlling ability. That's it.
Okay, so very good. You talked about how you're working on it, and I feel like I honestly know you after that because I think that is something that you can generally say is a weakness. Good. Mauricio. Mauricio, can you hear me? Okay, we'll return to Mauricio later. Julia.
I personally don't like doing unnecessary work, like redundant work. For example, to redo something if it could be done from the first time, and if someone, how to say it, uh, if someone could do something and I could do it from first time, it would be great. But if someone decided to made some mistakes and because of it I should do it the second time, it's really hard for me. I really don't like doing unnecessary work. Uh, can you hear me? Oh my gosh, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay.
Julia, I hear you very well.
Me as well.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, I think I had some connection problem. I'm sorry.
Yes, I think too.
So continue. I'm not interrupting.
Maybe the big problem is from the teacher.
Yes, I agree. The problem with
We have to wait.
right.
I'm so sorry about that. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you.
All
yes.
right, my computer just died on me for a second. But all right, we don't have a lot of time, so Julia, continue. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So I hate doing doing work that's unnecessary, like red tape, serving red tape, or like doing something a second time. And maybe that's my weakness because in Russia we have a lot of companies who which are really tend to serve red tape and do work a lot of times, like redo work a lot of times. Yeah.
So I guess the one comment I would make there is that using negative language, like saying "I hate doing something," is a little powerful for a job interview. The one thing I might suggest is, how do you, when you do that in your normal job, is there any way that that causes you to make something more efficient, or is there any change, or is it just that you don't like doing it? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, is there any...
So if I understood you right, you want some examples, right?
some examples of how, like, have you ever changed something because of that feeling? Does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah, but if I could change something, I would do it. But in most cases, it doesn't depend on me. Like my superiors decide to change some samples, and I need to redo, I don't know, all 50 letters that I prepared to send to some companies. And they change something that if they work it over, if they think it over, they could do it from the first time, but they decided not to. And so I have to redo all my work, and I hate the situations. Okay, I don't like the situation.
All right, I would the one thing I would say is try to think of something that is more about, because if you say I don't like doing unnecessary work, that is something that like that doesn't tell me about you as much as it does, like that is how you feel about your environment. So try to think about, I want to return to you. Try to think about something that is about yourself, that is, because no one likes doing unnecessary work. I also think it happens a lot at companies. So if there's some way where you can say, I don't like doing unnecessary work. In the past, I have changed a process, for example, because of that. But try to think of something that's more about you than the things you have to, like your environment or your circumstances, for example. Well, I want to return to you for that. Dom, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes. I think my biggest weakness is that I don't think I'm good at for multitasking. I think I try to follow at least at least two things. Three is it's enough for me because I don't think it's I don't know. It's depend on the job, but if you have to solve or to take care about different aspects, it's enough difficult to follow one of two things, and more things you have to take care, and more mistakes I think it's possible to do. So that's I think it's my weakness, and I don't know if it's clear the way I explained that. I don't know.
No, I think that's okay. That's an honest difficulty multitasking.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the one, if you can, my one recommendation would be if you can find a way to talk about what happens when you do receive too many things, or how you manage that. Like saying, I have an organization system, or I'm very clear with my supervisors about my workload. Something in that vein, in that light. Attilio, are you there?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I feel more comfortable when I have the schedule to follow. Then, but I think it's common. Sometimes there are problems in the job. Every time there are problems, but if you have to prevent, I don't know, the way to put every problem in the right time, it's good.
Yeah, no, I agree. Very good. Attilio, are you there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your turn.
Sometimes I need time to think over an idea. I have some difficulty to make an important decision quickly, without time to consider all the options. I've learned to keep with me actualized information to support my best decision in the correct time.
All right, sure. So again, honest weakness and something about how you are managing or how you're dealing with that. Good.
That's right.
Abu Ahmed, what is your biggest weakness?
Weakness? I think my weakness is maybe when maybe I sometimes I have weakness in time management. So maybe organize things and what I should do. Sometimes I have something and it is important, but I miss to do it and do another thing.
Okay. And how do you manage that? Like how are you fixing your problem? Or how do you maintain working while having this problem?
Yeah, maybe if I just write what should I do, and maybe I write it is important or something like this, so I will do it and make it important and do it.
Very cool. Mauricio, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, your turn.
Okay. I think my biggest weakness is that I get nervous when I want to speak in front of a lot of people, and when I give a public speaking, and I think I could get more confidence if I give talks to a small group of people or people that I know, and I think I could be better if I had if I had more experience.
Okay, so and yeah, no, I think that's good. Public speaking is a very common fear, and I think the main thing I would change is if you say that instead of you say, you know, if I had more experience then I would get better, talk about how you are trying to get that experience now. So, and I think you mentioned speaking to small groups of people. So that'd be good. Let's see, Julia, do you have can you give us another answer?
Yeah, I hope so. So, as I said before, I don't like donkey work, and I don't like redo some work. I prefer doing something from the first try, on the first try. And in the past, I had situation when where I had to redo one work a lot of times, and it wasn't my fault. And after that, it was some letters. And after that, I asked the local programmer to write a script for these letters. He did it, and it helped to optimize the process. It helped me not to waste my time on that thing.
And I think that I like that. And the one change is instead of saying it helped not waste my time, it helped give me more free time to help others and me be more productive. So yeah. It's not you that's losing, but it's the company that's losing. When you have, it's the team that is suffering because you are not helping them in your best ability. That's the only small tweak, but good change. So sorry everyone for those little technical difficulties, but thank you for a wonderful class. If you have any questions, you can reach me through Verbling profile. I also have my Facebook profile page, which is in the Verbling chat box. It will be there in 2 seconds. So thanks again, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.